July 7th, 2022. Halfcast 322, episode 322. Let's go. Of course, I have a few things to share with you guys. An evening of reflection. Shall we? Supervisor ordered to stop hiring black workers at Florida company. Lawsuit says the only thing that surprises me about hearing this is that someone actually got caught saying it. A father and son management duo ordered a supervisor to stop hiring black workers because they are lazy at a construction company's Florida location, according to a federal lawsuit. So the absolute same thing can be said about the guy that you hire because he's quote unquote one of your guys, which will turn into the guy who's taking the extra cigarette breaks, the guy who wants that early vacation, the guy who wants that early raise, who you're fast tracking for management and who can just take the easy way out because you promised them preferential treatment without him really even proving himself as being a solid employee. The pair used repeated racial slurs when talking about black people. I would love to be a fly on that wall during those conversations to see if they came up with anything new since the 1930s, particularly about one of the company's few black employees who was ultimately fired based on his race in 2019 after the supervisor attempted to support him. Shout out to that supervisor. It's not always easy to do the right thing, especially when you know your ass might be put on the line too. An Equal Employment Opportunity Commission complaint filed against the company states now Lone Wolf Resources LLC, which has 6 offices in 4 states, has to pay $50,000 to settle allegations of racial discrimination. That is a slap on the wrist, including against the black worker that took place at the company's Jacksonville worksite, the EEOC said in a July 6th news release. McClatchy News contacted attorneys representing the company for comment on July 6th and was awaiting a response. It's despicable that black employees continue to be subjected to vile racial slurs in the workplace, Robert Weisberg, the regional attorney for EEOC's Miami district, said in a statement. $50,000 as a fine is probably one employee salary, which is a slap on the wrist. But showing your true colors is priceless because who wants to be in an environment, who wants to be in a workplace where they know the management is racist, where the owners are racist? Oh, we're not talking white men can't jump racist. We're talking about in the heat of the night, raisins in a potato salad racist. The company is accused of giving the black employee, who was a truck operator in charge of transporting rocks, the least desirable and most labor intensive task, manually pumping water out of ponds. I would not have been doing that shit when he was not driving, according to the EEOC complaint. How much do you want to bet that whenever water needed to be pumped out of one of these ponds, there would magically be no driving work for him that day? When his supervisor noticed the worker was receiving less favorable treatment than his white counterparts and tried standing up for him, he was told to leave the issue alone. The complaint states on one occasion, the company's co owner and manager, the father and son pair accused of making racist comments against the black worker, told the supervisor to fire the employee. If that's how you feel, you fire him yourself. You're the boss, according to the EEOC. However, the supervisor refused. Stand up play. This employee was denied a yearly performance review, which was routinely given to white workers, and this prevented him from a potential pay raise. The complaint said the father and son pair is accused of telling the supervisor that they hoped this would cause him to resign, which seems to be the go to play for these shit managers to make conditions so undesirable that the employee is forced to quit. After the worker complained about not getting his performance evaluation, he was fired, according to the release. This is how blind being racist and prejudice makes folks, because they were so busy trying to screw this guy over that they didn't even realize there was a lawsuit looming on the horizon for that ass. Lone Wolf is accused of violating Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which prevents racial discrimination. The company, which also has work sites in Texas, Georgia, and Michigan, must create an anti discrimination policy and have its workers partake in anti discrimination training as a result of the lawsuit, the release said. Additionally, workers are to be informed of the lawsuit. Would be means you failed. Would be bank robber wearing gas mask and GoPro camera leaves empty handed. Is there anything people won't record? A man wearing a gas mask and a GoPro camera twice failed to scare the teller counter at a bank in Mercer County on Wednesday before riding off on a motorcycle, authorities said. The man walked into TD Bank on State Road in Princeton at about 3:20 p.m. and approached the unoccupied teller counter, Princeton police said Thursday. Seeing no employee, the man tried to jump over the counter but wasn't able to, according to Lieutenant Christopher Tash. Maybe if he wasn't dressed like a stuntman, he would have been able to get a little leverage going. After the would-be robber tried and failed again. All the frustration, he left the bank and fled toward Princeton Avenue, Tosh said. Police described the man as about 5'4" or 5'5". Oh, that's why he couldn't get over the counter. Poor little guy. He was wearing green pants, a black shirt, black gloves, gray New Balance sneakers, and a chest harness with a GoPro style camera attached to it. He also had on a gas mask and a black half shell German style motorcycle helmet. If he would have only tried it once, folks probably would have thought he was doing a TikTok challenge. The man neither showed a weapon nor made a threat, police said, and he remained at large as of Thursday afternoon. Oh, we are going outlaw tonight. FBI searches for spell out bandit wanted in multiple bank robberies. Hey, little guy, from the last article, if you're listening, you see the difference between someone calling you a would be robber and getting the respect of being called a bandit? The FBI Rocky Mountain Safe Streets Task Force and Denver Police Department have teamed up to search for the so-called spell out bandit wanted in multiple bank robberies. The suspect remains unidentified. So from just looking at the photos at a glance, he looks like a normal guy, no helmet, no gas mask, no GoPro. He could actually walk into a bank looking like a normal person and get all the way up to the counter before someone even knows that he's a robber. The suspect is described as a white male, 40 to 50 years old, about 5'7" to 5'8", short robbers with a medium build. In each incident, the suspect was wearing a black hat and face covering, a t-shirt, and jeans, which could be anybody. It's very inconspicuous. He is nicknamed the Spell Out Bandit due to his comprehensive list of demands. This is a robbery. Put the money in a bag, 50s and 100s. Give the teller next to you my phone number. My name is Avery. Give me that note back. Forget my name. Give me the money. Don't call the cops. He is wanted in the bank robbery at the UMB Bank located at 707 Colorado Boulevard on both June 15th and June 21st. Twice a bank robbery at the US Bank located at 730 Colorado Boulevard and an attempted bank robbery at the PNC Bank located at 777 South Monaco Street. He is busy. In each incident, the suspect entered the bank and presented a demand note to the teller, a demand note that looks like a Rite Aid's receipt, demand note to the teller before running away. The FBI is asking everyone to be on the lookout for anyone matching that description. Man steals PlayStation at gunpoint from Grafton home, police say. How good do you really have it without knowing how good you really have it when your priority is not food, clothing, and shelter? It's robbing someone of a gaming device. A man has been charged after allegedly stealing a PlayStation at gunpoint at a Grafton residence. You heard right, folks. A man, not a minor, not a teenager, a grown ass man. The judge is going to have a field day with you, buddy. On July 4th, officers with the Grafton Police Department were dispatched to a call of a robbery taking place at 83 Lucretia Court in Grafton, according to a criminal complaint. When deputies arrived, the caller stated that another individual in the home had been robbed and that the robbers were no longer on the scene, deputies said. Deputies then spoke with the victim, who stated that he had been at his residence when Deontay Allen, 21, of Fairmont, and another individual had come to the residence. While in the victim's bedroom, Allen wanted the victim to give him marijuana, and when the victim refused, Allen pulled a silver pistol and pointed at the victim, according to the complaint. This doesn't seem like the type of person anyone should be befriending, and definitely not inviting him into their home, because he doesn't have any weed, he doesn't have no games, he just coming in looking to get a piece of what you got. At that point, Allen told the victim he wanted his PlayStation, his phone, and his watch. Allen took those items from the victim, as well as a PlayStation controller, and told the victim to get on the ground, stating if he called the police, they would come back and kill him, deputies said. Deputies were able to stop a vehicle containing Allen and a female passenger a short time later, and deputies located the stolen items laying in the vehicle, as well as a loaded firearm in a glove box, according to the complaint. Allen has been charged with armed robbery. He is being held in Tigard Valley Regional Jail. So after all that, he still didn't get any weed. Shit, he didn't even have a chance to fire up the PlayStation before they locked his ass up. Which he's going to have to put that on hold because now he's going to prison. Fun show. Fun show. Fun show. That being said, I'm going to wrap this one up, but I'll be sure to talk to you guys very, very soon. Adios.